Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you all your Governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike, Mike.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming out, particularly after maybe some of the worst few days of your life for some of you. This storm came upon our state and brought waters like we have never seen. And Jones County is one of those places that the water was overwhelming. I've already heard several stories just in the few minutes that I have talked to people about rivers, river waters and flood waters surrounding people so that they couldn't get out and nobody could get to people. I've also heard stories about lives that have been saved. We've lost 31 North Carolinians so far to this storm, mostly because of flood waters and the fact that we had so many people who paid attention to evacuation, and the fact that we had so many brave first responders, many of whom are standing right here. I'm thankful we didn't lose many more than that. If it hadn't been for them, we would have lost many more lives than that. So I know that people right now are grateful to be alive and well, but also fearful about the future. And one of the reasons I came today is because the #1 economic driver in our state for business is agriculture. And it's pretty clear that across the state, agriculture has been hurt badly. One of the reasons that I issued an executive order on emergency, state of emergency, that Friday before the storm hit was because I wanted to try to help farmers as they were trying to get some crops out of the field. Some crops like sweet potatoes and others that weren't even ready to come out. So that damage is going to be done. And I know that many of you don't even know the magnitude of the damage yet because you hadn't finished harvesting your crops. But know this, I'm with every county in this state, and particularly the counties that were hit hard by this hurricane, 100% and for the long haul. I'm going to work very hard along with our team in Raleigh to make sure we recover. As we speak, we still have flooding going on in parts of this state. We've got 12 river gauges at maximum, a major flood stage. And so there are people still being pulled from the water, people still being rescued, people still having to leave their homes because of the water. But we also know that there are some very dangerous roads out there. Some roads are closing as we speak. Some roads, as the water recedes, are opening as we speak. But it is a very dynamic situation. And please tell your friends and pay attention yourself and the rescue guys, the sheriff, the police chief, all of you guys who are here, they will tell you, do not drive through water, whether it's flowing or standing. You don't know for sure if the road is even under the water, #1. #2, it only takes a few inches of water to sweep a car away, and we've had people drown that way. We're going to try to leverage as many federal resources as we know how. I met with the president 2 days ago, spent a couple of hours with him, have met and talked to members of the federal cabinet, have talked to the congressional delegation, have talked to members of the General Assembly that I've called back into session October 9th. We're going to leverage everything we have to try to help this state recover. I grew up in eastern North Carolina. I grew up working on a farm. I cropped tobacco every summer until I went to college, helped to raise pigs and cows and had cucumbers, and very familiar with farming. Love deeply eastern North Carolina, know the challenges that you face, and we're going to have to all pull together.